going. It's so bright out. There she is. Ooh, a Dr. Pepper from like 2 weeks ago. Ew. Okay, please start. I know you're not going to, but please start. Fuck. Fine, I'll get the damn thing out. Click. Okay, start now. Okay, fine. Now we're using an alternate ground. Start now. Hell yeah. Yeah, the battery in this thing is really sad, so it doesn't like to start, like, at all. Let me just ease my way out of here. Welcome to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, where I go to school now. I get to work on cars and learn all that shit. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most magical place on earth, Wegmans. Well, I was gonna film in the Wegmans, but I decided not to. That's what we're making. Well, that's what we're making, but you know, this is part 2. Oh, so just a quick note. If you ever happen to be out in public, whether it be grocery shopping or anything, and you see someone in uniform, and whether it be Army or Air Force, it doesn't matter. If you see someone in a military uniform, shake their hand and thank them for their service to this country. And if you can, buy them lunch. I swear, this is like the 5th cop I've seen today. Good Lord. Forgot to film pulling in. I think it's to sit there for another week now. Cool. Oh yeah, I'm making 2 things. I have 2 nights worth of dinners because my roommates are gone. I can do whatever the f I want. So, I'm gonna just make steak and mac and cheese. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I bought 2 different steaks. I bought a half sirloin and I bought a ribeye. Both of these are gonna get salted and they're gonna rest for different amounts of time. This one I'm making tonight. This is gonna rest for about an hour. This one I'm gonna make tomorrow night. That means it's gonna have the chance to rest for about 24-ish hours. Way the hell longer than this, because, you know, I'm hungry and this is a cheaper cut of meat. This was $8, this was $15. What I'm gonna do is I'm just grabbing a cutting board. Yes, it's disorganized. Leave me alone. Yes, my countertop is dirty. I'm gonna clean it. But just for an example, these 2 are gonna go in. They're gonna get salted. This is a salt dish, by the way. The best thing to cook in is my salt dish. But they're gonna get salted, both sides. This one's gonna get an hour, and this one's gonna get 24 hours. And I just realized that's the knife I wanna use, and I'm probably gonna end up using that fork too. I should probably do a couple dishes before I do anything. I should definitely be taking this trash out. Later, it'll be fine. So here's our 2 cuts of meat. That's the sirloin, that's the ribeye, if you couldn't tell. Main differences being, like, this is a slightly cheaper cut of meat. This is probably one of the most expensive cuts of meat next to fillets. The marbling in this is a hell of a lot better than this. This should be a lot more tender than this, and this should have a little more flavor than this. I'm doing this the wrong way, which is, you know, salt it both sides, let it sit for an hour, which isn't exactly incorrect, but the right way to do it is how I'm doing it with this one, which is salt both sides, let it sit for 24 hours. Well, I'm gonna cook both. They're gonna get cooked the same way, which is with butter and garlic and pepper and all the stuffs, but this one's just gonna have a chance to rest and absorb. Because what the salt's gonna do is it's gonna pull the moisture out of the meat, and then the meat is gonna soak that moisture back up. The longer that sits, the better, the more that salt is able to, you know, get dispersed throughout the entire cut of meat. This one's not gonna have that chance because I'm hungry and I'm gonna eat that tonight. And I cheaped out on the mac and cheese because I don't care enough. It's Velveeta. Doesn't matter how you cook it, it's always gonna be Velveeta. For some reason, my salt is like, it's kosher salt, but it's like really, really badly ground. Like there's like itty bitty tiny pieces, and then there's big pieces. Like, Morton, do your salt better. All right, so I'm gonna see you in an hour, and I'll see you tomorrow. Please ignore all the banquet. Oh, hello. That's a good pair. What the f are you looking at? Huh? I'm looking at these. Quit distracting me. Okay, I'm hungry now. It's been just under an hour. I'm gonna get this pan heated up. It is non-stick, so I'm probably gonna start with the steak and then put butter in it, just so the butter doesn't have a chance to burn. But if I were to do this in cast iron like you should, or hell, if you're not in a dorm room, just do it on a grill. I'd have some butter down first if, it's cast iron or carbon steel or something, some kind of lubricant. But this is non-stick. It'll be fine. I'm almost out of gas, so I have 2 more butane bottles on standby. And I'm not supposed to block off the smoke detectors because, that's very unsafe. But to be honest, I don't care. Well, that didn't last long. Cover me, I'm reloading. Huh? There we go. Also, make sure you have a good thermometer so, you can get a good, accurate temp. This is a ThermoWorks Thermapen. And because these things kick ass. It'll be fine. Steak going on. And what I'm gonna do here is every minute I'm gonna flip it so that it'll cook a little. It'll cook about as evenly as I can get it. Well, that's after a whole minute, so I'm gonna lower this. That should not be that brown that quick. It's not making that much. Oh, hang on, fan. It's not making that much smoke, so that'll be fine. All right, so now I'm gonna get some butter going on top. That's it for a bit. Also, I do love Kerrygold. It's like radioactive yellow. I find that really funny. Let it cook for a while. Then I'm gonna hit it with the garlic, and then I'm gonna hit it with the pepper. Salt's already in it. Kinda. Just hit it with the seasonings you want. Hell, there's even seasoned salt, but so I'm gonna keep cooking this until it's damn near about done. Alright, so now what I've done is I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna hit one side with pepper. When I flip it, alright, yeah, it's a little black, but that's fine. I'm gonna hit this with the garlic powder. And, lower this heat a lot because it cooks fast for some reason. It smells like heaven in here, which I'm probably not. Yeah, it's 82 degrees. I might end up throwing it in there for a couple seconds, little minutes. But I can feel poke, dude, this is f***ing incredibly tender. That takes no effort. That's a bit low. So I'm gonna cook it a little longer. It does have a damn good crust on it though. Get all them good flavors in there. Alright, steak's at where I want it. So I pulled it off heat. Then I'm gonna do that, and that's gonna sit for 5 minutes. Also, you can leave butter out of the fridge. Like, it'll be fine. I'll let that sit, wait for the mac and cheese to be done. Now, no one in their right minds is gonna look at this and tell me that don't look good. That's apple juice, by the way. So, I haven't cut that steak open yet. It's still gotta rest. So, I'm gonna just get it over here and clean some of this up. Registers 130, so it should rest and maybe get to 133 or 135. I'm not gonna look because it'll be fine. It's red meat. It's not like chicken where you have to cook it to $1.65, otherwise you die. Now look, I ain't no expert, but like, that is dead on exactly how I want it. Why the hell does that look green on camera? In real life, why is that so yellow? Yeah, that is damn near exactly what I wanted. Perfect. Oh yeah, that's good. In terms of flavor, I probably could have gone a little heavier on the salt, or I could have let it rest longer in the fridge, and I probably could have read it less longer. I probably could have read it. To be honest, I probably could have let it rest probably for another 5 minutes as is, but I'm hungry now. That's an $8 steak, and it's pretty tender, plenty of flavor. For a broke-ass college student, that's pretty damn good.
Yes, my hair looks weird. Stop looking at it.
If that's as good as it is now, being the cheap cut, it's a sirloin, but being the cheaper cut of meat, not letting it rest long enough in the fridge and not letting it rest long enough after cooking it. If that's as good as it is now, I'm super excited for this ribeye. Delish. Oh look, it's the next day. Not that you would have any idea, but that shit's clean now. And this steak, it's not quite been 24 hours, it's about 1 in the afternoon. But like you can see, it soaked up all the salt that I put on it the night before. So another 4 hours or so, I'm gonna throw that on with the good butter, and it should be insanely good. And it better be, because that was expensive. I don't understand what's taking so long. Just load the taskbar. I'm trying to burn CDs for my brother. Well, it's about 4 o'clock, so that means by the time Death Magnetic is over, that steak will be ready. So until then, I'll be doing this, waiting for Windows to actually get their shit together. Huh. Well, that's cool. Now what? What the hell you do with this? Except for just, kill it. Man, I love it when you're trying to burn CDs and they fail. Oh, damn. Wait. There you go. I have a new song out. Go listen to it. Got some Go Fast music going on. It's steak time. Alright, so this time I'm gonna do things a little different, and that is way lower heat, because I was just editing the footage. That was way too hot, way too quick. It did come out good, but like it looked burnt. So and people are gonna make fun of me for that. So I'm gonna do it a lower temp for longer. And it is a flatter cut of meat, and it's a little thinner, so I'll be able to, get it cooked a little faster. So it won't really matter if the temperature is a little lower than it was. Okay, you can see this cut of meat, it absorbed all the salt that I put on it last night, while the steak from last night still had salt, on the surface. But now it should be all in the meat. And like the surface of this is dry. I guess you could call this a dry age, even though it was only in there for a day. So I don't know what you call it. All I know is how to cook it and make it taste good. And wash your hands after touching raw meat. Like just do it. It's going on a little early, but that's fine. Never mind, it's going on like at the perfect time. Yeah, a minute each side, flip it. Not a minute on each side total, but flip it every minute, cooks it evenly, and it gets a decent crust on it. And after probably 1 or 2 flips, I'm gonna start putting butter and pepper and garlic on it. Because, if you put on pepper and garlic too early, they're gonna burn. If you put the butter on too early, it's gonna burn. So, yeah. A little bit later on the seasonings, it's gonna pay off way better. All right, let's see here. That's a little better. Actually, that's a lot better than last night. So, yeah, lower heat, a little longer, thinner cut of meat. It'll cook all the way through better. Everything I've already explained. going exactly how I want it. I probably would have trimmed that little bit of fat off, but you know, that's flavor, so I'm gonna leave it. And now I'm gonna start doing some butter. And I watched the footage last, and now I can correct my knife posture, I guess I'm gonna call it. Having two hands on this would actually be really helpful right now, but yeah, I'm gonna put butter on it. Oh yeah. That right there is a steak. No, you stay right, you stay right where you are. Stay there so you can melt into the meat, even though that's kind of not gonna happen, but I can dream. I'm gonna salt and garlic, or salt. I'm gonna pepper and garlic both sides of these. It's kind of hard to grind garlic or grind pepper with one hand, but I'm put pepper on it. You get it. Yeah, we're getting there. I gotta start cooking the sides. Just, like it's hard to. There. It's kind of. Now this butter is not burnt. It's brown. For any of yous, I can't. As I fail to try and grab this steak. But yeah, that's brown butter. It's not burnt. It don't smell burnt. The smoke is from the steak, so that's fine. Okay, it might be burning a little, but just leave me alone. But like, look at that. That's pretty good. I don't think it's cooked all the way through yet, but I'll check temp anyway. Okay, that's almost done. So probably another minute or two. Let it rest for a while. And by that, I mean, 5-10 minutes. Hit it with some more butter. And this thing will be delish. That is garlic turning black. So this should be close to done. That's why I held off on the garlic. And should I be using real garlic? Yes, but I'm cheap. No, more accurately, I'm lazy. So it'll be fine. Talk with your phone in your mouth. It's a little smoky, so I'm gonna crank up the fans. Please don't leak. Please don't leak. That's shut. This should be shut because there's a thing in here. Yeah, it's fine. And this is why I probably should have pulled it a little earlier, and which is also why you let it rest. It's just over 135. It should be fine. Near the edge, it's probably closer to that. Near there, it's okay. It's a little over what I want it to be, which is $1.35. I'm gonna try something. I'm just gonna call that. Let's see here. I wonder. Get that all in there. Where's the fork? Kind of, get that in there. It's hard to do this with one hand. No, not 3 minutes. I hate this microwave. And again, you can leave butter out of the fridge. It'll be fine. Once again, I don't know who in their right mind would look at that and tell me that don't look good. That's apple juice, by the way. This crust is awesome. I haven't cut it open yet, so let me commence doing that. Two hands would again be ideal, but I can't have that happen without, I can't do that and speak, so. Ooh, there's not even a bit of gray ring around that. That is perfect. That is dead on what I wanted. Just a little bit over because it's $140, not $135. There is a difference. Don't try and convince me otherwise.
Okay, let's see this here. I wish I had my camera stand, but I don't. So, I mean, look at that. This is perfect. Whoa. There's so much flavor in it. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, get this mac and cheese, some garlic, because it needs it. There's so much flavor in that steak, it's not even funny. And the butter makes a difference in the mac and cheese. Yeah, that mint, absolutely perfect. Not as tender as the sirloin. It kind of surprised me, but I'm also not. It surprised me, but I'm also not surprised at the same time. It's a sirloin. And this butter tastes good. I almost used half a stick of butter. Holy crap. Even the fat tastes good, and I hate eating the fat off of a steak. But I keep it on while I'm cooking because that's where the flavor comes from. Man, forget sous vide. Well, all right, if you're gonna sous vide something, I don't have a sous vide, which is why I didn't do it. But like, sous videing is better, but this is like the best second place you could ever get. That's incredible. So that's how you do that.
Oh. Insane amount of flavor in that. Yeah, it's about 5 minutes later. That was freaking awesome. And look, the tree outside's turned red finally. That's cool. That's actually really neat.